Internal Revenue Service IRS tax news. How people can reconstruct records lost in natural disasters. IRS tax tip 2020-127 September 28, 2020. Reconstructing records after a disaster is important for several reasons, including insurance reimbursement and taxes. Most importantly, records can help people prove their disaster-related losses. More accurately estimated losses can help people get more recovery assistance like loans or grants. Whether it's personal or business property that has been lost or destroyed, here are some steps that can help people reconstruct important records. Tax records. Get free tax return transcripts immediately using the Get Transcript on IRS.gov or through the IRS.gov app. There's a link to the Get Transcripts here. So obviously the tax records can give some indication of the records, and you could get that through the IRS website requesting a transcript. There is a link to that here. Order transcripts by calling 800-909-9946 and following the prompts. Financial statements. People can gather past statements from the credit card company or bank. These records may be available online. People can also contact the bank to get paper copies of these statements. So if you're looking back in terms of an audit trail, especially if you're going to be looking at the creation of tax return type of information, looking for possible deductions in order to prepare tax returns where you might have destroyed records or something like that, then you can take a look at the credit card statements, which should be electronic to some degree, be able to get back credit card statements and be able to reconstruct possibly books or financials that might be needed for, say, tax preparation. Property records. To get documents related to property, homeowners can contact the title company, escrow company, or bank that handled the purchase of their home or other property. So the home, you can contact the title company, the companies that you worked with. It's also going to be on public record. Hopefully the home, the purchase of the home should be on public record. So you should be able to look into the property records in one way or another. Taxpayers who made home improvements can get in touch with the contractors who did the work and ask for statements to verify the work and cost. They can also get written descriptions from friends and relatives who saw the house before and after any improvements. So if you have improvements and you paid for a contractor to do the improvements, meaning the IRS is concerned about, getting like a step up in basis or more costs that's going to be included in the home, which could have an impact on the sale of the home, then you want to talk to the contractor so you could support those costs because they could be significant. And if you did them personally and you don't have the records directly for the contractor, again, you could go to your bank statements and whatnot and your credit card and statements to see what kind of expenditures you had, and then get any kind of other verifications you can have from witness verifications before and after verifications. For inherited property, taxpayers can check court records for probate values. If a trust or estate existed, taxpayers can contact the attorney and handle the trust. Who handled the trust. When no other records are available, people should check county assessor's office for old records that might address values of the property. Car owners can research the current fair market value for most vehicles. So if you're talking about your car, you have Blue Book, various type of values, which would be kind of depreciable values or Blue Book type of values. They can estimate the value of the car. Resources are available online at most libraries. These include Kelly's Blue Book, the National Automobile Dealers Association, and Edmunds. So you can take a look at those. You can look those up and get a value of the car if a car was lost in some kind of disaster. So more information. We have Publication 547, Casualty, Disaster, and Thefts. Publication 584, Casualty, Disaster, and Theft Workbook. Publication 584B, Business Casualty, Disaster, and Theft Loss Workbook. Publication 976, Disaster Relief, Small Business Administration, disasterassistance.gov. There's a link to those items here. There'll be a link to this in the description.